They serve and protect or harass and abuse. Across the country, tension between urban police and inner city communities is increasing.
But here in Chicago, authorities say there's a disconnect between the tension they feel and statistics they keep. Tonight, our chief correspondent Jay Levine has the straight scoop from police brass and street cops alike on how they're trying to change their image. Jay, how are they doing?
Kate, you have to go back a long way. Not since the 1968 Democratic Convention, when protesters clashed with Chicago police and started calling them pigs, have tensions been greater, both nationwide and here in Chicago.
There's hostility towards the police.
Is that hostility increasing?
Yes, absolutely.
Because?
The perception of police in this country.
But blaming you, Chicago police, for the sins of other departments as well?
Exactly right. People look at Ferguson, Missouri, and they think that we are the Ferguson Police Department.
We can't let what things happen in other states dictate how we still have to handle our job here.
Maribel Rosario, her police partner George Whiting, and fellow officer Raul Torres sat down with us to talk about tension and trust.
We just got to go by what we learned in the academy, and as long as we're doing the right things, we're fine.
Every interaction is a teachable moment, and the fact that sometimes how you do things is more important than what it is you're actually doing.
McCarthy says proof that more and more are doing it right comes from the number of complaints against officers, still significant but down from 3,854 in 2012 to 3,355 in 2013 to 3,082 last year. Still, as McCarthy began his so-called citywide listening tour, we spoke with one Roseland resident who said his officers had a lot to learn about those interactions with her neighbors.
It's almost like they're guilty of something until they're proven innocent.
McCarthy is about to triple the number of body cameras like the one this Ohio police officer wore while responding to a call of a man with a gun.
I don't want to shoot you, man. I don't want to shoot you.
What does that show you?
Incredible professionalism, restraint, great training.
So I've got 3 officers on the job for a total of 7-8 years. And have you ever fired a weapon?
Just in the academy.
In the academy.
Nowhere in the back of your mind, when your weapon is drawn, going through your mind is, I know what's going on elsewhere in the country. I got to be extra careful.
No.
You don't have time to think about that.
Training has led to police using firearms less and less. 106 times in 2011, 84 in 2012, 62 in 2013, before increasing slightly to 65 times last year. But that still can't erase decades of mistrust.
You know, you look at the issue of Burge. I think I was a lieutenant or a sergeant in the NYPD when he was fired. And here I am, 20 years later, dealing with Burge almost on a daily basis. You have to say, look, something bad happened. We have to figure out how to prevent it from happening moving forward.
Which is what they're doing with the young, well-trained, homegrown, and culturally sensitive officers like the ones we spoke with. Only when the way they do their jobs overwhelms the legacy of Burge and his torture-based investigations can tension and hostility really become a thing of the past.
We're talking about years here then. We're talking about, changing attitudes over a period of years, right?
We're talking about a new breed of police officers who understand their relationship, who come from the communities that they're serving, who try and treat people with the respect that they hope to get back from them. That, they say, and starting with the young people and working with them, playing football as we saw officers do with some young kids on the Southwest side, that may be a start.
All right. Thank you, Jay.